What's up, YouTube? For the Love of Toys here with the For the Love of Marvel Legends series Wolverine toy review. Now, I know I'm a little late with this, but I just grabbed the 2-packs recently. I was going to try to wait till they go to, an outlet store, Ollie's or something like that. But I figured I'd just grab them. Price was decent, so I grabbed it. This is Wolverine and Super Psylocke, I've heard her referred to as. I think I was out of comic books by now, but she looks fairly decent, and I thought I had more Psylocke's, but the ones I have, I'll, do a comparison and let you see. This Psylocke looks really decent, like the armored up version. She's supposed to have got the 10 rings. Now, from my comic book knowledge, I would assume that the 10 rings are the Mandarin rings. I've never read the comic, so I'm not quite sure, but I did look up and make sure that the correlation sounded, at least a little educated, because I know Mandarin had rings and I didn't know how many, but I remember him having on every finger, so I figured it was 10. And she had 10 rings, so I'm just going to make a connection between the 10 rings of the Mandarin and Psylocke getting the 10 rings. You can correct me in the comments if you feel so inclined. I'll look it up after I'm done this and we'll check it out. But this is what it comes with. This was, I believe I got it for 47 or something like that. 41, something like that. I think 41. So $20 a figure it breaks down to. Makes a lot of sense. I figured I'd grab it. This Wolverine is basically the same Wolverine as the Wolverine from the 5-pack, which I don't have. I wish I did. I try to grab as many figures as I can, but I'm slowing down now as I'm getting a little older. I starting to lose a little care, so to speak. So yeah, I believe that's the same one, but it's just his shirt off and I'm the regular Wolverine pants. This is supposed to be a ninja type version, I would assume. And we have 2 heads, 2 hands, 4 hands altogether for Wolverine. We have Psylocke. She has 2 heads, as you can see. Her power effect, 2 more power effects. And that's it. Very nice face sculpt. Very nice box art. See the box art there. She's trying to possess Wolverine. So it's that. So you can see the read up here. I'll zoom in a little bit and let you see. That's actually too close, so I'll just read it to you. I don't know if it'll focus on it. Wielding the 10 rings and newly acquired ninja skills, Psylocke engages Wolverine in a telepathic battle for control. Now, why she would want to control Wolverine, you can let me know. Maybe I'll find the comic somewhere and give it a read. Sounds kind of odd. But yeah, so that's that read up. We have some nice box art here with the 2 different heads from the toy, which is a nice touch. These are actual heads that are inside the box, so that's nice. Top of the box says 50 years, Psylocke, Wolverine, Psylocke. And on the bottom of the box, as always, I'll show you the barcode in case you need it. There you go. And that's that. Let me stand my guy up here. Hopefully he doesn't knock everybody down. All right, so that's that. Now, let's get him out of the packaging and take a look and see if you should buy Marvel Legends series Wolverine and Psylocke. Why they only have Wolverine on the packaging seems kind of, has hers real small at the top, but just his on the front. So maybe it's a Wolverine-based duo. I don't know. Let's get him out of the packaging and check the articulation. Okay, here we are with Wolverine out of the packaging. We're going to do a quick measurement because I always wanted to know how exactly tall this body is. So this body is just about 14 and a half, maybe a little less centimeters. And inches, this body is just at 5.5 inches, which makes a lot of sense for Wolverine. It's the perfect body to me. All right, with that out of the way, like I said, this is supposed to be a ninja Wolverine. Wolverine studied the ninja arts in the comics, so this makes a lot of sense. All black body, matte suit. I put the other head on him, so we're going to go over his accessories and hers first. Well, his accessories, not hers. We'll go over hers next. Let's see if we can get it to focus here. Of course not. Of course it doesn't want to focus, ladies and gentlemen. Let's focus on his head. There we go. Now it jumped into focus. There it is. A very well done face sculpt. Looks just like Wolverine. Little paint in the hair. nicely molded. Very nicely done. As you can see, that is Wolverine to a T. Okay? So, and he comes with a right and a left hand without the claws. I'll show you those together. Right and the left without the claws. And the claw is painted silver. So that's good. We got that. All right. Now, his articulation is the standard Wolverine body of late articulation. Butterfly joints that barely want to go in. There you go. They go in that far. So that's a decent amount. I mean, it could be a little bit more. And his head has that little hunchy neck, which it doesn't really turn that much, but you could turn it, it just looks awkward, which actually adds to the attitude of Wolverine. And this is the other face sculpt. Get you a nice, 2 awesome face sculpts. So that was worth the purchase right there. Nice shading for the hair on his arms. Double jointed elbows, rotates at the bicep, rotates at the hand. Claws, the plastic type. I like the thicker claws that he has better than these thinner ones, the plastic ones that fall out and seem to get lost all the time. These are separate pieces for the gloves. Rotation at the thighs. A little bit of drop down. Nah, no drop down. No drop down. Double jointed knees. All right. And pivot and hinge. Okay. See if we can get him to stand back up. It was a task for me to get him to stand up in the last one, so see if I can get him to stand up. And there he is, without falling down. Okay. So there he is. Now we're going to do a couple comparisons. Got his head, his hands, articulation out of the way. Let's do a couple comparisons. Okay, here he is with the Wolverine from the 2-pack with a different head on him. If you know what head that is, I can't remember. I have so many Wolverines and I pop heads on and off, and I put this head on and took the Wolverine anniversary pack with the Hulk head off and put this on. And to me, I'm going to show you the other head that's my favorite, but this one is a really good Wolverine head as well, as you can see. Zoom in a little bit. See, that head is pretty good compared to the other one that we have here. Okay. The other one, the one with the black outfit, seems to have a little bit more, I don't know, it's accentuated a little bit more as far as paint sculpts and things like that. But they're both really good head sculpts. Anyway, that's 2-pack Hulk anniversary Wolverine. Here he is with brown suited, oddly orange-brown suited and yellow. And what is this? Secret Wars Wolverine. So that's how he looks with him. Let's stand him up here and see if we can. Now, I probably won't never be able to get him back into that pose. The claws on this one is a little different as well. But hold on, let's get him standing up so we can do a height comparison. All right. Bring his arms in so they don't touch. Now, this Wolverine, once again, is the perfect body. The claw's a little different on this one. More of a cylindrical shape. But yeah, they're about the same height, so that works perfectly. All right, once again, that's Secret Wars Wolverine from the recent release. Not going to lie, this is probably my favorite Wolverine to this date. I mean, it should be because, articulation and paint apps and face applications and things have gotten better. So this should be the best Wolverine to this date, and it is. X-Men 97 Wolverine. Not to get off subject, but I've heard that I've seen pictures online that these Wolverines are hitting targets in the multiples. And I went out searching today's Saturday, and I didn't find one. I bought this one for, I think, for $40 or $50 after on a scalp tip. And I went out today. I said, I need another one, just for, why not? Maybe 2. But I couldn't find any. So if you go to your Targets and it's not on the app, it says it's sold out, pre-orders were sold out. But I've seen people finding them in the multiples, 10 and, 5 and 6 at a time. So hopefully you'll have better luck than me, and hopefully I'll have some luck in the future. But that is X-Men 97 Wolverine, probably the best Wolverine we have had to this date. That Wolverine really gives me tongue-tied. Listen, this Psylocke figure is really well done. I'm not gonna lie, it's really well done. I'm impressed, As you can see, her face sculpt is pretty insidious. Get it to focus. Come on. There you go. Now we're there. See, it's really well done. The shading, the eyes, everything. I guess this is the powered up version of her. Looking a little psychotic. There we go. Let's fix her arm a little bit. Get that arm turned in there. See this plastic? It's like a pearlescent plastic with the little gray shading there. I mean, it's really well done. There's the texturing in the skirt here. Cape swooped over her shoulder. Hair is good. The grin's good. Man, very, very, very nice. Excuse me there. And she wants to stand fairly easily too. Okay, so that's her. Knock my camera off a little bit there. All right, so she comes with 2 accessories. Well, 3. This face is really well done as well, as you can see. Look at that. That is awesome. So hopefully the next Psylocke that we get with the 2-pack that everybody's upset over, hopefully it'll hit shelves in Target. It's a Target exclusive. Hopefully it'll hit shelves just like any other release, and we'll have a chance to get it without getting scalped. So that's that. Hair shaded, very nice, swooped over. I put that head on it because I seem to like it a little bit better, but they're both great. And we come with a right and a left hand. And the rings would have been nice. I mean, Hasbro is always skipping a step. It'd have been nice, the right and the left hand. Very well done gloves, but the 10 rings are supposed to be on there. I guess they're supposed to be all blue to match her outfit. I would have rather them to have been like a gold color or a yellow color or something. But hey, you get whatever. But the gloves are nicely painted, nicely done. And different paint apps on the gloves. So, all right. Here are the 2 effects that she comes with. They clip onto her arms like so. Let's get a quick clip so you can have a look. There you go. Supposed to be a power effect. And that's that. And it clips onto the other arm as well. We'll just clip them both on. Because I usually don't do accessories and things. I usually give you something to do on your own. But there you go. That's how she looks with her accessories on. Okay, in case you wanted to see. All right. Now we have to unclip one and do the next one. This is her power knife, psychic knife. Let's see if I can get it on. There you go. Of course, it wants to give me a hard time, but I'll get it on there in a minute. And it's funny, she has double jointed elbows. I didn't go over her articulation. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, rotation at the thigh, rotation at the bicep. Head doesn't move that well because of the hindrance of the cape. Rotation at the chest, no rotation at the waist, pivot and hinge at the foot. Okay, so now we got that out the way. And here she is with a psychic knife and her other power effect. Okay, all right, now let's do some comparisons with the 2 Psylocks that I have. Okay, here she is with Hasbro Psylocke. I swapped the hair from the SDCC exclusive with the 5-pack of X-Force. So this is how she looks with that. I just thought it looked better with the purple hair, but maybe this came, but the body color doesn't seem to match up, but on camera it looks like it does. So anyway, this is a head swap. Just to let you know, this is not the original head that came with it. It had all black hair. I'll show it to you on the next figure. As you can see, she has her power effect, and she came with a sword as well, which the other figure has in her hand. Red sash, like the video game, like the comic. So this was a nice figure, and I thought it held up the test of time until I seen that new 2-pack Psylocke. So this is what the Psylocke that I have looks like. It's a Hasbro figure. I can't remember which wave. Here she is with the SDCC X-Force pack. I don't remember what the X-Force pack came with. I know it came with the butterfly effect for her psionic effects. And that might have came with a sword too. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while. But yeah, this is the ball jointed hips and things. So we needed an updated Psylocke more than I thought we did. I mean, these would look fine on the shelf, but it's always nice to have an updated figure. So hopefully I can get my hands on that Psylocke. I didn't pre-order any of these figures because I really didn't have the time. So, or the wherewithal. They popped them out a little earlier than what they were supposed to. So hopefully I'll just get them on aftermarket, or, you know, like I said, Target will have them out and I can go in the store and pick it up at least 1 or 2. Okay. So that's that. That's the 2 Psylocks I own. We'll get them out at the same time. And this has purple shading in her hair. The other one does not. That's the only real difference, other than the, you know, the body, of course. I believe that might have been a Toy Biz pack from Hasbro. I mean, from Toy Biz, the 5-pack X-Force. So can't remember. You can look it up and check it out. All right. That's all the figures, and that's these 3 together. This new Psylocke is a definite pickup, and the Wolverine, I mean, he was a nice addition, but the heads, sell this Wolverine. So this pack is definitely worth picking up at the $50 price point or lower, because the price seems to be going down now. So, as always, I'm for the love of toys, and whatever you do, do it for the love. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be doing a giveaway for my 1,000 subscriber, a random giveaway, so this way my previous subscribers have an opportunity to win along with my new subscribers. And as always, thanks for the comments and the love. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.